Hey friends, welcome back to your next flow with me on the reformer. Today we're going to be doing a full body foundations flow. So let's get into it. We're going to be starting on 3 heavy springs, so 3 red springs, and we're going to be lying down onto our back to do our spinal warm up. So we'll meet you there. Bring yourself down with your head on the headrest, and your heels are going to come onto the bar, hip width apart. Arms come down to your sides or rest on your belly, whatever feels nice on your body. And you're just going to start to sway your knees from one side to the other, releasing through that lower half to your lumbar spine. And if it feels nice, maybe shutting down through the eyes and coming back into your body and back into your breath. Maybe inhaling to one side and exhaling to the other. And we'll do one more each side. Get back to center. Your knees will track up, but you'll keep your heels down. From there, we're going to reach and extend our arms up to the ceiling and rotate our palms in to face each other. From there, we're going to reach and stretch the right arm up to the ceiling. We're reaching for that top shelf. So the shoulder will lift up off the carriage. And you're going to lower the shoulder back down into the carriage. Feel it connect back down to the mat. We reach and stretch the left arm up towards the ceiling. We're reaching for that top shelf, creating space. And then lower the shoulder back down in towards the carriage. Good. Continue from one side to the other. You're feeling the space come into your shoulder. You feel that stretch. And then you feel it connect back down into the carriage. You feel the connection into the carriage, which is your anchor point. So it's very, very important to find that anchor within your bones, within the carriage, so you feel rooted within your movement. Good, we'll do one more each side. Last one. And then from there, shoulders are down, but arms stay lifted. We're going to glue our palms together. Keep our arms locked out as well. We're going to start to pour weight into the right shoulder, lifting the left shoulder slightly up off the carriage as you do a small thoracic twist. Good. Inhale to center, maybe exhale, start to pour weight into the left shoulder, lift the right shoulder up off the carriage. Good. Inhale, come back through center, exhale, rotate to the other side. Good. Remember, we're keeping our hands locked and glued together, keeping our arms locked out as well and straight. Okay, we'll do one more. And then back to center. Arms come down towards your sides. Fingertips reach to the bar and palms lay flat onto the carriage. You're going to start to tuck your chin in towards your chest. Okay, find the bony part of the back of the head. And you're going to start to pour weight into your right cheek. Let the head go off towards the right. Then cross over and pour weight into the left cheek. Let the head go off to the left. Good. Continuing from one side to the other. Warming up that cervical spine. Okay, we'll do one more each side. And last one. Good, back to center. Your gaze is up to the ceiling, or you can keep your eyes shut down if that feels nice. Find lots of length in the back of your neck and space between your chin and your chest for an orange to fit there. You're going to feel wide and heavy across the chest and shoulder area. Think about pulling your ribs in towards your spine, like the 2 front ribs are connecting together. Feel a little space of your lower back with your tail sticking down in towards the carriage. Like that bony part sticking and grounding down into that carriage. And then you're going to kind of brace your core in, or bring your core into spine. From here, we're going to bring our heels together into the center of the bar, side by side, and then open our knees and toes out to the top corners, creating a Pilates V. Good. We'll take a nice inhale through the nose to fill up the lungs. Big sigh out, press heavy into those heels, drive the carriage out, fully extend. We zip up to the midline of our body. Good. Inhale, bend your knees out wide out over your toes towards the walls. Good. Exhale, press heavy into those heels. Drive the carriage out, zip up through those inner thighs. Good. As you're pressing away, I want you to think about bringing the backs of the legs together. Okay, you're not actually bringing the backs of the legs, but you're thinking about bringing the backs of the legs together, which is actually going to target your inner thighs a lot more. We have a tendency as we press out to turn our knees up. Okay, we kind of slightly keep a little turn out, but we turn our knees up, which you're not actually targeting the inner thighs there. I want you to really think about bringing the backs of the legs together. Good. Let's find our breath and let's find our core. So we inhale through the nose as we come in, filling up the lungs. Good. Exhale through the mouth like you're breathing out through a straw, pursed lips as you press out. And as you exhale, you're going to draw your core in from the bottom all the way up to the top at those ribs there. Good. So inhale as you come in, fill up the lungs. Exhale as you press out, and as you exhale, you draw your core in between your two hip bones. Push down and in and squeeze that space. Then zip back and up all the way to the tops of your ribs. So you're not neglecting any part of your core. You're getting the bottom to the top. Good. You got 4 more just like this. Good. For 3, and then we're going to hold the extension. For 2. Good. Last one, we press all the way out and hold the extension. Rotate your toes and knees up to the ceiling, and then walk your heels out just a little bit, like to hip width apart here. Keep your feet flexed, and then from there, we bend our knees, come all the way in. Good. Heavy into those heels. We press that carriage all the way back out. Good. As we come in, I want you to feel like you're dragging through mud. Feel tension build up on those legs. Good. And as you press out, drive heavy into the center of that heel and press equally through both of those legs. Good. Squeezing into the quads, glutes, hamstrings. Good. Find that breath again. We inhale as we come in. We exhale as we press out. And as you exhale, you draw your core in from the bottom to the top there. You have 4 more. Good. For 3. Nice. For 2. And last one, we're going to hold the extension. Good. From there, walk up to the balls of your feet all the way to your tippy toes. Wrap all 10 toes around the bar and lift those heels up and point. From there, we keep our heels lifted. We bend our knees all the way in. Good. Exhale. Keep those heels lifted. Drive heavy through the balls of your feet as we press the carriage all the way back out. Good. Inhale as we come in. Exhale as we press out, driving through the balls of your feet. Now, I want you to think about when you're pushing away, you're pushing equally across the big toe to the small toe. Okay, we have a tendency to push out to the outside of our foot a lot more, or more on the inside. I want you to really think about evenly pressing across those toes as you press that carriage out. Good. You're feeling a stretch in the top of the ankle, and you're feeling a crease in the back of the ankle. Good. Staying up on those tippy toes there. You got 4 more. Good. For 3. Pull those ribs in. For 2. Good. Last one, we're going to hold the extension of the legs. Now from there, we're going to sink our heels underneath the bar. Feel a stretch in the back of the leg. And then wrap all 10 toes around the bar. We lift those heels up and point. Good. Sink the heels underneath the bar. Feel a stretch in the back of the leg. Then wrap all 10 toes, lift those heels up and point. So coming into those calf raises here. Now, when your heels sink underneath the bar, you're feeling like you're dragging through mud or sinking through mud. So you're feeling tension build up. You're not just letting those legs just drop down. Okay, you're sinking and you're feeling that resistance. And then as you lift up, wrap all 10 toes, push equally to the big toe to the small toe as you lift those heels up. Good. Don't forget about finding your breath. Thinking about pulling that core in towards your spine to help support and stabilize your body. For 5 more. For 3. Nice. For 2. And last one, we will hold the extension out there. From there, we're gonna bring our heels onto the bar and walk our heels all the way out to the corners of the bar there. Turn your toes out, turn your knees out. From there, we bend our knees, come all the way in, knees track out towards the walls. And then we press heavy into those heels, we press that carriage all the way back out. Good, squeezing into those quads, the glutes, the hamstrings. Good, inhale, come back in. Really think about opening up through those hips and tracking those knees out wide towards the walls there. Good. I'm going to do a little bit of a switch on you guys. So we're going to press the carriage out, fully extend. Rotate your toes up. We'll slide home. Good. Open up your toes up towards the walls. Open up your knees and press out. Good. Rotate up and slide back in. Good. So now we're kind of mobilizing through those hips, getting some movement in there and strengthening them out. Good. Let's go 2 more, and then we're going to do it in the opposite direction. Good. The next time you come in, keep your toes rotated up. And we press all the way back out. Rotate your toes out. Good. We slide all the way in. Good. Rotate your toes up. Press the carriage all the way out. Rotate your toes out. We slide back in. So we're just doing the opposite direction. Good. Remember keeping that tail sticking down into the carriage. Pull those ribs in. Good. Draw your core in. You got 2. Good. Last one. Press all the way out. Can you rotate your toes and knees out to the side? We'll slide all the way into a halfway position, and then from there, hold it. We're going to press up a couple inches, down a couple inches. Press up a couple inches, down a couple inches into your pulse here. Digging into those heels, heavy into your anchor points. You're going to draw your core in to help stabilize as you slide up and down. Good. You got 8. For 7, for 6, for 5, 4, good, for 3, for 2, and 1. Press all the way out. Rotate your toes back up and slide all the way home. Good. You're going to rock your knees from one side to the other, releasing through your lower half. Take a nice breath here. And then from there, bring your heels hip width apart onto the bar. Toes and knees are tracking up, and arms are going to firmly plant down into the carriage. You're wide across the chest and shoulder area. You're going to stay flexed into your feet. And before we come up into our articulations, we're going to do a couple pelvic tilts. So all we're going to move right now is our pelvis. So from here, rocking the pelvis away from you, arch the lower back and stick your tail firmly into the carriage. And then rock your pelvis in towards you, tucking your bum under. Good. Scooping out your belly. Good. Rock the pelvis away from you, arch the back, stick the tail. Rock the pelvis in towards you, imprint your lower back, scoop out your core. Let's do it a couple more times. Rock away, arch the back, stick the tail. And then rock your pelvis in towards you, imprint your lower back, scoop out your core. One more time, we're going to start to lift and peel. So rock away. And then rock in towards you, imprint your lower back, scoop out the core, start to lift and peel the glutes up off the carriage. Peel your lower back, middle back, upper back, and we hold the top into a neutral spine. So we're coming up into that glute bridge there. Knees are in line with the hips, in line with the ribs. We're engaging through the core, pulling those ribs in and tightening through the glutes. That's your neutral. From there, you're going to tuck in your tail and start to melt your spine back down, finding your C shape of your spine. Laying your vertebrae back down, one vertebrae at a time. Last to be the bum. Maybe rock the pelvis away from you, arch the back, stick the tail. Rock your pelvis in towards you, imprint your lower back, scoop out the core, start to lift and peel. We find that neutral spine at the top with your knees, hips, ribs all in alignment. And then you melt your spine back down, tucking in that tail, C-shaping your spine, feeling that rib to hip connection. Good. Continue through your flow at your own pace here. Now we can't articulate without tucking our pelvis and finding a C shape, feeling that rib to hip connection. So that's what I want you to feel on the way up and on the way down. And maybe if it's your first or second time doing an articulation, it feels a little bit strange. It's okay. It does feel a little bit strange, and that's all right. You'll keep working on it, and it'll feel better. And it's going to feel amazing soon. Good. Let's go 2 more. Good. The next time you come up to the top, I want you to hold it into your neutral. So your knees are stacking in line with your hips, are stacking in line with your ribs. You're pulling in your core and you're squeezing into those glutes. From here, we're going to hinge from the hips. We lower the bum all the way, creasing at the front of the hip joint. And then we dig into those heels. We lift those hips all the way back up into our neutral spine. We squeeze into the glutes, we draw into the core, and we pull those ribs in. Good. I want you to feel like you're hitting a brick wall every single time you come up into that neutral. Okay, and that brick wall is your core, it's your glutes, it's your ribs. Everything is firmly connecting at the top there. Good. Think about digging into your heels and pushing your knees up and over the bar as you lift those hips up. It's going to make you stay in your lower half, and it's also going to keep your carriage quite still. And that's what we want. We want to focus on that lower half here. Good. Utilize the backs of your arms. Press them firmly down into the carriage to help support you. Good. Let's find that breath again. We inhale as we lower. Exhale as we lift. Good. The next time we go to the top, we're going to hold it into that neutral. From there, we abduct the knees out towards the sides, rocking off the sides of the heels, squeezing into the side of our glutes. We come back to parallel with those legs, and we lower the bum down. Good. We lift up. Open, back to parallel, and then lower back down. Good. So now we're going to start targeting the sides of our glutes into that greater trochanter there. So I want you to feel that crease every single time in the side of that glute, side of that hip there. And the more you hold it, okay, the more you're going to feel it, creating that mind-body-muscle connection and tension within the muscle. Good, let's go 2 more, and then we're going to hold the lift. Good. Last one, we're going to hold that lift at the top. We're opening and coming back to parallel. Opening, coming back. Good. Keep those hips lifted. Pull those ribs in. Draw into that core. You have 5. Good. For 4. Find that breath. For 3. For 2. And 1. Come back to parallel. We hold it. Lower the bum down an inch. Lift up an inch. Little pulses. Good. Little pulses. You got 10. 9. Good. For 8. Keep breathing. Do not hold your breath here. Take up space. Good. For 5. I just said 4 and 5 together. For 4. For 3. That happens all the time to me. For 2. And last one. Go ahead and melt that spine back down onto the carriage, and then rock your knees from one side to the other, releasing through that lower half. We'll stretch those legs up towards the ceiling, find length to the back of the legs, and that might feel nice for you. I'm going to hook my hands behind my calves and pull towards my face. Good. Find a nice length through the backs of those legs. Take a breath. All right, let's hook those legs over your bar. We're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Nod our chin in towards your chest. Start to imprint your lower back. Scoop out the core. Start to lift and peel all the way up into your roll up. Okay, now we're going to drop it down to 1 red spring. So just 1 heavy or 1 red spring there. And then you're going to lower all the way back down onto your back. We're going to bring our heels onto the bar just to start off with, and just do a little shimmy away from your shoulder blocks so you're not shoved up into your shoulder blocks. You're going to grab a hold of your short straps and bring them into the middles of your palms there. Once you've done that, you're going to stretch those arms straight up to the ceiling right above your chest so you're finding tension and you're pulling into those straps. Fingertips reach up and palms face down towards your bar, and you're going to squeeze into your chest and feel your shoulder blades connect in towards the carriage. From there, you also feel your tail sticking down into the carriage. You're going to bring one leg up to tabletop. Bring the other leg up to tabletop. So the knees stack over the hips, the shins are parallel to the floor, and you're pointing through your toes. Can you pull your ribs in towards your spine? Good, pull into your core. Inhale to prep. Exhale, press your arms heavy down towards the carriage and hover your arms about an inch off the carriage. We hold. Good. Inhale, rise back up with control, right above your chest, no further. Good. Exhale, we press those arms down towards our side body. Hover your arms about an inch off the carriage. We hold. We squeeze into that back body. Inhale, come back up with control. Utilizing your chest, utilizing those shoulders to create stability at the top so that those arms don't fling all the way to the back there. We're finding control through our movement. Now, as we press down towards the carriage, you're thinking about pressing through the chest, the shoulder, the armpit, and you're taking it quite slow because this is a lighter spring load. On our backs, we have a lot of power, okay? So we could really press it down with these arms when we're lying down on our back. This one, I want you to take it slower to build up tension on the arms there. Good. Let's go 2 more like this, and then we're gonna come up into our scoop. Good. The next time your arms come down towards the carriage, you're gonna imprint your lower back, push into your back ribs, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up and come up into your scoop. You're looking over the knees there. Good. Inhale, lower back down, lower the head down, arms reach up. Good. Exhale, push into your back ribs, imprint your lower back, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Come up into your scoop. Can you hold it for 2 seconds? Good. Inhale, lower back down with control. Good. Exhale, lift up into your scoop. When we hold at the top, think about shining your heart towards your hips and really pulling the abdominal muscles tight, tight, tight in towards your spine. They have nowhere else to go but down. Good. If it's too much, then you can always keep your head down. Just don't worry about that. We're going to start to work into those legs. So you're going to get that core in a different way. Good. The next time you come up into your scoop, can you hold that scoop? You're going to stretch and reach your right leg out over the bar. Inhale, tuck it back in and lower all the way back down. Good. Exhale, we come up into our scoop. We stretch and reach the left leg out over the bar. Tuck the knee back in and lower all the way back down. Good. Continue through your flow. I like to always kind of start at a 45-degree angle with my leg and then kind of go from there. Okay, I'm like, oh, I could go a little lower today. I feel a little bit more like stronger within the core, or I just need a little bit more support. I'll reach a little higher. So that 45 kind of tells you like, kind of where you kind of headed that day. And that's okay. We always honor our body and where we're at. Now, when that leg reaches out over the bar, I want you to think about those lower abdominals. So between your 2 hip bones, you want to push down and in and squeeze that space. And then zip back and up from there. And as you tuck that knee back in, I want you to feel the crease in the front of the hip. That's your hip flexor. Okay, it helps support the bringing the knee back in. Good. Now, you're more than welcome to stay with that single leg, but I'm going to challenge you 1 step further. We're going to stretch both legs out over the bar. Tuck the knees back in and lower back down with control. Good. Lift up into our scoop. Stretch both legs out. Tuck the knees back in and lower all the way back down. Now, once again, you start with that 45, that halfway mark, and then you kind of go, oh, maybe I need to go a little higher. Oh, I'm going to go a little lower. I'm going to challenge myself today. Okay, as long as you're keeping that core in towards your spine and engaged and controlled. What we don't want is that lower back popping up and we're arching through our back too much. Okay, we want to keep that snugged core in towards our spine. Good. You have 4 more. Good. For 3. Nice. For 2. And last one, you're gonna hold it. Whether you have a single or double legs out, you're just gonna hold it here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. We close. Good job, guys. All right, hook up those strips back onto the hooks. You're just gonna kind of sway your knees from one side to the other if that feels nice, or bring your arms up like around the legs and kind of rock from one side to the other like a ball. That might feel nice in your lower back. All right, from here, we are gonna bring ourselves up, okay? So bring yourself all the way up, okay? And turn to the right of your carriage. We are gonna take it up to, or down to one blue spring, taking off that red, and we're gonna grab a hold of our box and we're gonna go short box orientation. Actually, let's go long box orientation, okay? So we're gonna grab a hold of that box. Good, bring it into long box orientation, which is vertical on the carriage there. And then from there, okay, you're gonna take a seat onto your box facing the right of your carriage there. So that same side, okay? You can either tuck your heels onto the box or you can let those legs just drape down towards the floor. And then from there, you're gonna reach and grab a hold of your long strap with your right hand. And we're gonna take that long strap over the forearm, okay, over that elbow crease there. And then we're gonna bring our fingertips to temples, elbows wing out to the side. From there, we're gonna roll our shoulders back and down your back and feel your lats kind of connect and like lock out. You're gonna pull your ribs in toward your spine and pull your core in. Good, from here, inhale to prep. Exhale, we're gonna laterally side bend up and over towards the bar, crunching into that left side body and stretching out through the right. And then we're gonna use our right obliques to pull ourselves back up to a straight spine. Good. Exhale, we reach up and over into our lateral side bend. Inhale, we come back up to a straight spine. Good, utilizing that right oblique. Good, now when we're going up and over towards the bar, that's what you're thinking. You're thinking about going up and over. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching with that head. We're not thinking about turning the head down towards the floor. We're thinking about continuously reaching through the crown of the head towards and up and over that bar there. Good, creating lots of length through our spine. Good, now try to really think about keeping those hips, okay, those sit bones really heavy in towards your box, so that when you go up and over, you're not picking up your hip. You want to keep them grounded and really work through that core and through that spine. Good, keep your shoulder blades squeezed together. Keep your chest open up. Let's go 3 more. Nice for 2. Last one. And then we're gonna come back up to a straight spine. Now reach your arms in front of you and interlace your hands together, your fingers together. Your arms are gonna be about like a foot away from your chest. Have a light little bend into those elbows. Roll your shoulders back and down your back once again and pull that core in. Inhale to prep. Exhale, rotate and twist towards your bar. Inhale, come back to center. Good. Exhale, rotate and twist towards your bar, wringing out that core like a wet towel here. Keeping those hips and those sit bones really, really heavy in towards your carriage, so you're not feeling like they're picking them up. And we're working through that thoracic, and we're working through that spine and through that core. Good. Think about growing that head up towards the ceiling. Find a little bit more space through your vertebrae. The more space you have through the vertebrae, the more twist and rotation you're going to get. Now, this might feel quite light, okay? It might feel quite easy. I want you to slow it down, find your control, and think about your core. Good, let's go 4 more. For 3. For 2. Last one. We come back to center, and we release the arms here. All right, you can hook up that strap, and you're gonna turn to face the back of your carriage there. Okay, so feet are gonna come onto the headrest. Okay, and we're gonna reach down and grab a hold of those long loops, or let's go short loops here. Okay, so feet are up onto the headrest, bum is onto the carriage. Arms are gonna come down towards your sides, down towards the floor. Palms are gonna rotate towards the back, and fingertips reach to the floor. If I already said that. Good, we're gonna sit tall through our sit bones, head reaches up to the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back and down your back, lock out into your lats, pull your ribs in, pull your core in. Inhale to prep, exhale, slowly sweep your arms past your hips towards the back, pushing into the backs of your arms and into the back of your body. Then inhale, glide back forward with control. Good, exhale, we sweep those arms past our hips towards the back. Inhale, we glide back forward. Now really keeping that chest open, because it's your chest expansion after all. Keeping that shoulder quite stable. And really tuning into where you're pulling from. You always want to think about where you're pulling from, where is the power coming from. In this case, it is coming from our center of our body. So the back of our shoulders into those lats and the backs of our arms there. Okay, we're not just really thinking about pushing those hands back and hoping for the best. We're activating correctly through the back of our body. Good. Let's go 3 more. Finding that breath. We inhale as we come forward. Exhale as we sweep towards the back. Good. For 2. And last one. Arms come long in front of you up to shoulder height. From here, keep the palms down, elbows turn out. We're going to go into our bow and arrow. So we're going to drive and bend and pull that right elbow to the back. Look at it and rotate. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Stretch it forward. Good. Exhale, pull that left elbow to the back. Look at it and rotate. Good. Inhale, come back to center. So you're punching the other hand forward as you pull the other one back. You're looking at it and rotating through your spine. And as you pull that arm back, you're thinking about isolating through that shoulder blade. Good. Really squeezing into it. Keep your hand pretty close to your chest and shoulder area. Tight to your body. Good. Really feeling that crease in the elbow. Good, you got 4 more. Good, for 3. For 2. Last one. Come back to center, we hold, arms reach long. Rotate your palms in to face each other. From there, we're gonna sweep and pull those arms out to the side into our T, squeezing our shoulder blades together, and then arms come back in front of us. Again, we pull those arms out into our T, feel those shoulder blades squeeze together, and then arms come back in front. We're keeping those wrists, the top of the hand and the forearms all locked out and glued together. We're not bending through the wrist, okay, or flicking through the wrist. We're pulling through our back body, squeezing into those lats and into those shoulders. And then eventually, at the back, squeezing and pinching through those rhomboids, which are the muscles in between the shoulder blades there. They're the ones that help bring the shoulders back. Good, you got 4 more. Good, for 3. Nice, for 2. And last one. Arms come back in front of you. Rotate the palms down. We got 1 more move here. Okay, we're gonna pull the arms straight up to the ceiling into our eye, and then arms slowly come back down in front of you. Have that option to walk your hands up to the long loops. If that feels better on your body, you can always do that. And remember that you don't have to go all the way up to the ceiling, okay? You can go like a couple inches up and back down. You're still working the front and the top of that delt, which is the shoulder. Good. Now, as you pull up, you're pulling through the top of that shoulder. Then as the arms come all the way up, you're feeling the shoulder blades slide down your back and you're squeezing into that back body. Good. Let's go 3 more. For 2. And last one. And then arms can reach long. You can do a little fold forward here. Good. From there, sit back up. Okay, we're going to grab and reach above the knots. Let the straps go off to the side. Okay. From there, you're going to keep your heels heavy and your tail heavy. Okay. Arms reach long in front of you. Now keep those arms locked out. Don't move those arms. From there, we're going to go into our rollbacks nice and slow. So we're going to tuck in our tail, roll off our sit bones, start to scoop the belly round the back. Chin slightly tucks in as you shine your heart towards your hips. You're only going as far back as you feel comfortable going, and then you come all the way up. Head comes up first, scoop that belly round, and then come back up to a straight spine. Good. Tuck in your tail, roll off your sit bones, scoop the belly round the back. Good. Shine your heart towards your hips, and then come back up. Scoop that belly, head comes up first, come back up to that straight spine. So again, keeping those heels super, super heavy and glued down into the headrest because they're going to want to come with you if you let them. Good. Keep those arms really, really long in front of you. Try not to bend them. Good. They're helping you through this. Good. And as you go down, I want you to think about, again, shining that heart towards your hips and pulling those abdominal muscles tight, 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 tight in towards your spine. They have nowhere else to go but down. You got 3 more. For 2. And last one, hold it about halfway. We're going to lift the right leg up to tabletop, lower the foot down. Lift the other leg up to tabletop and lower it back down. Utilizing those lower abdominals, keep those arms reaching long. Bring in your core. Find your breath. Good. You have 4. Good. For 3, you got this. Nice. For 2, keep breathing. And last one. Lower the foot down and then fold forward over the legs. Let your arms go. Feel a C shape of your spine. So feel the space of your vertebrae open up. And then from there, you can hook up your straps. Okay, we're going to go right into the other side. So we're going to turn to the right, which will technically be the left there. Okay, draping the legs over the side of the box there, or you can tuck those heels onto the edge of the carriage that you have left there. Okay, whatever feels better on your body. And then you're going to grab a hold of that strap that's in front, the long loop, and take it over the left elbow crease. Okay, and then bring your fingertips to temples, elbows wing out to the side. Sit up tall through your sit bones, head reaches tall as well. You roll your shoulders back and down your back and you lock out into your lats and you squeeze into those shoulder blades, opening up wide through the chest. We pull the ribs in, we draw that core in. Inhale to prep, exhale, we're going to reach up and over towards the bar into our lateral side bend. So squeezing into the right side body, stretching out into the left. And then we come back up, we squeeze firmly into the left side of the body to bring us back up to a straight spine. Your obliques are what keep your spine straight or bring your spine back up to straight. Okay, so it's very important that we start to really tune into that muscle-mind connection instead of just letting the carriage and the strap pull us up. Because we're not getting much from that. We want to think about it utilizing as a tool to help you, but we want to tune into those obliques to help actually gain more strength into those obliques. Remember, keep your sit bones really, really heavy into the carriage as we think about reaching up and over, continuously reaching that head. Reach, 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 reach. Good. Now you're also going to feel that shoulder burn. So if you're questioning it, know that it's something we're working on. A lot of arms today. Let's go 3 more. For 2. Good, and last one. Come back to center. Arms reach long in front of you, and then interlace your hands together. And then bend lightly into those elbows, your hands like a foot away from your chest. We're gonna sit tall through our sit bones, roll your shoulders back and down, okay, and pull in that core. Inhale to prep, exhale, rotate and twist towards your bar. Good, inhale, come back to center. Good, exhale, rotate just your head, shoulders, chest, towards the bar, back to center. Good. Think about grounding those sit bones in towards the box there. Head reaches tall. Find lots of space through your vertebrae here. Good. You got 4 more. Find that breath. For 3. For 2. And last one. Good, come all the way back to center, and then you can hook up the straps. Just take that second to like roll out your shoulders and roll out your head if that feels nice on your body. Take a break if you need it. All right, let's step off of our carriage and reset. So let's put our box back to where we found it. Good, and then we're going to take it on to 1 red, 1 blue, and lie down onto our backs with our head on the headrest and heels are on the bar. Let's go down into our cool down. Good. From there, you're gonna reach behind you and grab a hold of your right long loop. Good, and then your left long loop, okay? And then press away from your bar and hook 1 strap on 1 foot and 1 strap on the other. Once you have both straps onto the bottoms of your feet, you're gonna stretch and reach both legs up to the ceiling. Arms come down towards your side. You're heavy and wide across the chest and shoulder area. You're gonna pull the ribs in toward your spine. Feel that little space of your lower back and your tail sticking down into the carriage, firmly planted. I want you to keep that tail sticking down in the carriage the whole time. Good, inhale to prep. Exhale, press those legs out over your bar all the way, squeezing into those glutes, into the backs of your legs. Good, inhale, come back up with control. Keep your tail sticking down into the carriage. Try not to imprint that lower back. Good, exhale, press it out over your bar, squeezing into the glutes, into the back of the legs, and keeping that tail sticking down into the carriage. Good, maybe we flex on the way out. And point your toes on the way up. Kind of like you're painting the wall with your feet. Have that option to shut down through the eyes and come back into the body and back into the breath if that feels nice. Good. The next time we press towards the bar, hold it there. Separate your legs out towards the walls. We'll come up and around. Legs come back together above your hips and then back down through the center. So going into those nice big circles. We go out and around, up, above the hips. Legs come back together and press down through the center. And again, maybe we point on our way up and flex on our way down. And those circles could be small, they could be big, whatever feels nice on your body. Let's go 2 more. Last one. The next time your legs come above your hips, you're going to hold it. Separate your legs out towards the walls, pull down and around, legs come back together at their bar, and then come back up to the center. Good, flex on your way down, and then point on your way up. Keeping that tail sticking down into that carriage. Try not to imprint. We want to be pushing through the glutes and our core and through our legs, not our lower back. Let's go 2 more. Good, and last one. Your legs are going to come above your hips. Legs are together. From there, press the legs out over your bar to a 45. Heels together, toes are wide, so creating that Pilates V. From there, keeping your heels together, you're going to bend your knees out wide as you pull the heels in toward your pelvis. Exhale, we press the legs out all the way out over your bar to a 45-degree angle. Think about zipping the inner thighs together. Good, inhale, come in. Good, exhale as you press it out. Good, we'll do 4 more like this. And then we'll hold the heels in the last time. Good. The next time your heels come in toward your pelvis and your knees bend, can you hold it there? Bring the bottoms of your feet together and open your knees a little wider out towards the walls as you pull the heels a little bit closer. Hold on to your straps if you feel like you need that support or just because. Good. And take an inhale through the nose. Big sigh out, let it go. We'll stretch and reach the right leg out towards the right side, opening up through the inner thigh. Let's take a nice deep breath into the nose to fill up the lungs. Big sigh out, let it go. Bring that leg back in. Let's stretch and reach the left leg out towards the side. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Big sigh out, let it go. Then pull the leg back in and reach both legs up to the ceiling. Legs are just side by side together. We'll let those legs carry toward your face so you can feel a big stretch in the back of the leg. Good. Maybe you even want to pull down onto the ropes if you feel like you need a little extra pull. Good. Take a nice deep breath into the nose. Big sigh out, let it go. We'll bend our knees, tuck them in towards our chest, and take those straps off the bottoms of your feet and reconnect your feet to the bar. We'll hook up your straps from there, and then from there, slide your carriage all the way home. Reach both your arms out to the side into a T with your palms facing up, and your heels are connected to the bar. From there, you're just sway your knees from one side to the other, releasing through your lower half as your arms just dangle there and you feel that huge stretch across your chest. We'll take one final deep breath into the nose to fill up the lungs. And big sigh out, let it all go. Really honoring your body in this very moment for showing up and moving your body today. What a blessing that is. And when you're ready, you can bring yourself all the way up, however you'd like. Good. Thank you so much for joining me today in this beautiful flow. I hope you had an amazing time. If you like this flow, maybe give a subscribe, a like, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.